New Mexico. What the fuck?
Afternoon, and what the fuck, New Mexico? In the reproductive justice world, some joint oral arguments are about to be heard next week by the Supreme Court of the United States. In Food and Drug Administration versus Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, the court will decide on the availability of the drug mifepristone. Mifepristone, or Miffy, is one part of a two-step medication abortion. This case has the potential to go around the abortion rights protections on the books in New Mexico, as well as other jurisdictions, because if Miffy loses FDA approval, medication abortion is effectively banned. Don't panic just yet. Miffy is still available and accessible in New Mexico. No matter the outcome of this case, know three things. Mifepristone is safe, this decision is rooted in politics and not medicine, and abortion providers are not going anywhere. And in Idaho versus United States and Moyle versus United States, the Supreme Court will determine whether abortion care will be singled out and excluded from a federal law that was passed 40 years ago to protect all patients in need of emergency health care, the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. Idaho banned abortion and wants to criminalize doctors for providing abortion care, even in the event of a medical emergency. This case is the work of anti-abortion extremists trying to exclude pregnant people from receiving emergency care by forcing doctors to turn away patients suffering emergency pregnancy complications. Both of these cases could have a major impact on how pregnant people manage their own abortions and how pregnant people will receive treatment from emergency room doctors. In environmental justice, after years of fighting between Texas and New Mexico, the two states came to an agreement last year over how the water from the Rio Grande should be distributed. If you're in southern New Mexico, you may have seen the river flowing in March for the first time in years, but none of that water is going to New Mexico farmers. It's all going downstream as part of this agreement. Now, this was a complex case that involved other states and even the federal government because some of the water is owed to Mexico, making it an international agreement. But this week, lawyers from New Mexico and other states were in front of the United States Supreme Court defending the state's agreement. The feds have continued to argue that there's still not enough water to satisfy the portion of water promised to Mexico. All this will be wrapped up this summer when SCOTUS issues its decision. In disinformation defense, AI-generated media is becoming more common online and has the potential to turn the internet into a misinformation black hole. There is hope, and it can be found in teaching people how to spot the fakes and how to think critically about the media we all consume. Learning to spot AI-generated photos, videos, and text is becoming a more common skill taught in high schools. While New Mexico is amongst the first states requiring election advertising to disclose AI-generated deepfake content via the recently passed HB 185, there's still so much unregulated territory regarding AI-generated content. Offering additional media literacy training on how to recognize this content is important for all of us.